In Los Angeles, one simple hug can spark chaos. This Wednesday, the bold and the beautiful dives deep into love, loyalty, and heartbreak. Brooke and Ridge fight to protect their fragile happiness. Taylor hides her loneliness, and Sheila clings desperately to the man she's about to lose. From Il Giardino's shadows to the Forrester mansion's glow, tension builds beneath every smile. Is this peace, or the calm before another emotional storm? The episode opens with warmth. Brooke Logan Forrester radiant in soft light, her voice steady yet tender as she talks with Ridge. She tells him that, for the first time in a long while, she feels calm. Safe. Happy. She speaks about their marriage not as a whirlwind romance, but as something stronger, rebuilt after years of betrayal, heartbreak, and second chances. I'm grateful, Ridge, she says softly. It finally feels like we've found peace. But even as those words leave her lips, there's a flicker behind her eyes, something Ridge can't quite read. Then comes the surprise. Brooke admits she's been thinking about Taylor lately. Not with resentment, but with compassion. She tells Ridge she wants to be friends with her, that she hopes Taylor finds happiness too. It's a shocking confession. After decades of rivalry, Brooke seems ready to bury the hatchet. Or so she says. Because beneath her calm tone lies something more complex, maybe guilt, maybe pride. Or maybe it's the fear that if she doesn't make peace with Taylor, the past will find a way to repeat itself. Ridge smiles gently, moved but cautious. Because if there's one truth he's learned, it's that when Brooke and Taylor talk about peace, it usually means another storm is just beginning. And as Brooke looks away, her voice trembles ever so slightly, a sign that her greatest enemy might not be Taylor anymore, but her own doubt. Across town, Taylor Hayes sits in her familiar therapist's chair, the symbol of control and calm. But tonight, something feels different. There's an unease in her posture, a tension in her voice. Her new patient, Deacon Sharp, sits across from her. He's restless, fidgeting, trying to appear composed, but it's clear he's carrying something heavy. Taylor senses it immediately. You've been here before, she says softly. But not like this. So tell me, Deacon, what's really going on? Deacon exhales. Everything's a mess, he admits. My life, my business, my relationship, all of it. I just wanted something normal, you know? Taylor nods, her tone gentle but firm. Sometimes we chase peace in the wrong places. Sometimes we fall for people who remind us of our chaos. The silence that follows is thick, heavy enough to cut through the air. Then, the door opens. Sheila Carter steps inside, uninvited. Her face pale, her hands shaking, her voice almost breaking. Deacon, please, she whispers. Before anyone can react, she crosses the room and wraps her arms around him. It's not a romantic gesture, it's survival. A woman clinging to the one person who hasn't completely given up on her. Taylor stands frozen, her therapist's mask slipping. For all her training, even she feels the weight of that moment, the raw, uncontrollable ache of a love that refuses to die. Because sometimes, the human heart doesn't want healing. It just wants to be felt. Outside the clinical walls of therapy, emotions turn darker. Later that night at Il Giardino, Sheila waits, the dim light catching her anxious eyes. She rehearses what she'll say to Deacon, her mind spinning between hope and fear. When he arrives, her composure crumbles. Deacon, she says quietly, you're pulling away from me. He sighs, tired and conflicted. I'm trying to do better, Sheila. To fix my life. You know that. But for Sheila, better sounds like goodbye. She's lived too many lives where love slipped away. In a trembling voice, she asks, you really think therapy can fix you? You think it can make you forget us? Her tone wavers between heartbreak and defiance. It's not anger, it's fear. Because for the first time, Sheila senses that she might truly lose him. Deacon looks at her, torn in half. His heart still remembers the woman who risked everything to protect him, but his conscience whispers that loving her means drowning. He steps back. Sheila, I need space. The words hang heavy in the air. For most people, space means healing. But for Sheila, it means abandonment. The one thing she cannot bear. Her eyes fill with tears, her voice softens to a whisper. If you walk away now, you'll never see me again. It's both a warning and a promise. And as Deacon stands in silence, viewers can see the conflict play across his face. A man split between the comfort of danger and the fear of peace. In that moment, it's clear, Deacon's greatest battle isn't with Sheila. It's with himself, and the version of love he still believes he deserves. Back at the Forrester mansion, the evening feels deceptively calm. Soft light flickers across the room. A fire burns quietly, matching the slow rhythm of their conversation. Brooke pours 2 glasses of wine, her movements graceful, almost ceremonial. Ridge watches her with the quiet affection of a man who's lived through every version of her, the passionate, the jealous, the broken, and the reborn. They talk about how far they've come, how love, after so many years of chaos, finally feels steady again. But underneath their laughter lies something fragile, something unspoken. Brooke takes a deep breath and says the words that change the mood instantly. I hope Taylor finds happiness too. Ridge's smile softens, but his eyes drift away. He doesn't answer immediately, and that silence says everything. Maybe he's thinking about Taylor's compassion. Maybe he's remembering the quiet steadiness she once gave him, the peace that Brooke can't always offer. Or maybe he's realizing that part of his heart still lives where he left it, with Taylor Hayes. Brooke notices. She always does. Her eyes dim for a second, but she forces a smile, pretending not to see the distance. She whispers, I want us all to be okay, you, me, and her. But her voice cracks. Because deep down, Brooke knows, peace built on old wounds is temporary. And as long as Ridge's heart remembers both women, no one, not even Brooke, will ever be truly free. The night falls over Los Angeles, and with it, the illusion of peace. In her office, Taylor Hayes sits alone, the faint ticking of a clock echoing in the silence. Her mind replays Deacon's words, his uncertainty, his pain, and the way Sheila's desperate hug shattered the fragile progress they made. Taylor's eyes soften, not with pity, but recognition. She knows that kind of longing, loving someone who can never fully love you back. For years, that was her story with Ridge. She takes off her glasses, rubbing her temples, whispering to herself, some lessons we just keep repeating. Meanwhile, outside Il Giardino, Sheila Carter stands beneath the streetlight, a ghost of her former self. Her mascara smudged, her breath uneven, her heart pounding like a ticking bomb. She watches through the window as Deacon cleans up, avoiding her gaze. Every second that passes without his touch feels like punishment. Her jaw tightens, her eyes narrow. If love won't bring him back, then fear might. She turns and walks into the shadows, and that single step sends a chill through the night. Because when Sheila disappears, it's never for long, and it's never harmless. Back at the Forrester mansion, Brooke rests her head on Ridge's shoulder. He strokes her hair, whispering something about forever. But her mind drifts. She wonders if Taylor still dreams of him. If Ridge ever truly stopped. Every smile tonight hides a secret ache. Every embrace conceals a question no one dares to ask. Because in the bold and the beautiful, peace isn't healing, it's a pause. A fragile breath before the storm returns to remind everyone, no love in this world is ever truly safe. So, what do you think, bold fans? Is Brooke's desire for peace genuine, or is it just her way of controlling the battlefield before Taylor strikes again? Will Ridge's wandering heart lead him back into old temptation? And what about Sheila? Will her heartbreak turn to vengeance now that Deacon is slipping away? Let me know your theories in the comments. Whose heart do you think will shatter first? If you love this emotional chaos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more bold and beautiful spoilers, secrets, and dramatic deep dives. Because in Los Angeles, every smile hides a secret, and every goodbye might just be the beginning of another heartbreak.